And the key is to be mindful of where you feel supported, where you feel held, and trusting that while there's this raw energy right now on Gaia, that it is also ripe. That it is also ripe for possibility, ripe for transformation, ripe for magic. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the magic. So, hello, my name is Cassandra Deanne, and I am a certified Galactic astrologer and Akashic Records reader. And this video is going to share with you a channeled Galactic energy update for this coming week, which is today, February 25th through March 3rd. And this week, just to add, on Thursday, we will be having a new moon. And my gosh, this is in Pisces, and there is so much energy in Pisces right now between the North Node and Saturn and Mercury and Neptune and the sun and moon. So it would be a good idea for you to look at for the week ahead where Pisces is in your astrology chart, because chances are there's going to be a lot you'll be focusing on in that area of your life. That said, let me dive in. I'm just going to take a moment to sort of open my channel and connect and see what energy wants to come through for this week. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of strong Andromedan energy coming through. And for those who are unfamiliar with the galactic race of the Andromedan beings, this energy generally has a frequency that is very attuned to adaptability. They kind of have a very abstract reality where things just sort of come together and are ever moving and evolving. And this energy, what I'm feeling this week, I'm hearing a lot. I keep hearing change and flexibility, change and flexibility. And I know that we are living in a time right now where there's so much change right now. A lot of it is contrast, meaning that you're being presented with opportunities in your life to kind of see and feel things and make decisions for yourself of, how do I feel about these changes? Are these things that are inviting me to establish firmer boundaries, or are they inviting me to become adaptable? There's this beautiful balance between understanding ourselves, understanding our energy, but also there's an energy this week of, where are we playing safe? Where are we staying comfortable? Where are we living in a mindset in which we are trying to sort of guard or protect ourselves from the changes that are happening? And sometimes these changes are uncomfortable and they invite us to be adaptable and to play with them, even though we might not know where they're going and we might not know where they're taking us, which is interesting because this has me thinking a little bit actually of this new moon, because I'm also certified in human design. And the energy here, we have the North Node and we have Mercury in the gate 36. And what this means essentially is that the North Node is where we're invited to grow and to adjust and change. And Mercury invites us to look at the things we say, what we learn about, what we tell ourselves, how our mind operates, and the things that we think, the patterns we develop. And this particular placement in gate 36, there's this essence of this energy that is a big part of embracing and going through navigating crisis, if I'm being blunt. So there's this essence of, how do we handle ourselves when things are uncomfortable, when things are shifting, when we are losing grip of the things we're able to hold on to. And this energy is kind of a shadow aspect of it. It can be this fear of like just kind of rooting in, not wanting to change. If you can imagine, if you can think of the different ways to handle stress and challenging circumstances, you can kind of like try to root yourself while the universe is trying trying to move you. You can also become fixated with the changes and the unsettling aspects of it and become heightened in your nervous system. So what is it we can do? How do we handle that? And this is where I think all of this beautiful Pisces energy is wonderful, because I look at Pisces as this is a direct channel to God's source universe. This is where we kind of get into realms of what we're doing and creating, but in the sense of a higher evolution, a higher purpose, a higher cause, a higher meaning. It's divinely guided. It's where we become co-creators, working along with the universe for our reality. So in the week ahead, if you find yourself being moved, if you find yourself confronted with crisis or confronted with challenge, this is an invitation for you to really ground within yourself, to feel within yourself, and look at, what am I telling myself? You can look at the past, but I'm just hearing we're in a whole new, a whole new realm, a whole new way of being. We're stepping into territory where we've never here on this planet been into. And that's uncomfortable. And it can be scary, but to look at how is it you're supportive or there for yourself? What is your connection with God, universe, source? Where do you pull your confidence and courage to say, you know what, I'm doing this? And this is another thing I want to bring up with this energy is when I pulled up in Galactic Astrology, the different fixed star placements, this is very much the North Node and Mercury are very much connected to the Pegasus constellation. And if you're unfamiliar with this, Pegasus energy is connected to both Mars and Mercury energy. And it can often notate people who have incarnated and chose more challenging journeys to navigate, because there's this sense of overcoming and moving forward and resilience that comes with it. This constellation also, these individuals, if you were to look at your galactic astrology chart, which I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that out, but if you find you have any conjunctions to Pegasus or oppositions to Pegasus, this means probably that in this life there are circumstances in which you're here to learn how to regulate your emotions and how you handle very challenging times of crisis and difficulty, and what gifts come out of that. With this Mars energy and Pegasus connected, it kind of gives you that courage to move forward. And then with Mercury, these individuals can be very interested in technology and different aspects of intellect, but also you can look at this as, what are the things that we're saying? What is it I'm saying to myself that is either holding me back or allowing me to tap into that Mars energy to have the courage to move forward? And so this week, I feel like a lot of us are going to be going through circumstances in which we're going to be really looking at our connection with the divine and really looking at our ability to have faith and trust and how we are working as co-creators in the realities in which we are working with. Where are we rooting in things we shouldn't be rooting in? How can we become more adaptable when there's nothing we feel is securing the ground beneath our feet? Another thing as I'm tuning into this Andromedan energy that I'm hearing is that there are going to be a lot of individuals who are really being activated with this coming up new moon, new cycle in their communion connection to the divine, in their roles and how they stand up and offer high vibrational frequency and energy to the collective. That is the other thing, is from a human design perspective, the moon and the sun both are in gate 37, which is very much about the community and very much an ability to sort of be a gift to those around you, and the power of connection and the sensitivity to have attunement to other people and helping other people. But here on the shadow side of this, there's this energy of, where are we holding on to people? Where are we holding on to certain groups, experiences that feel familiar? They feel like they've served a purpose in our lives. And there can be, with this gate of 37, a challenge in learning to let go, learning to move on, learning to be adaptable. Which reminds me, I recorded another video recently where the Acturians gave me a realization of where we're moving in the energy collectively. And part of what they said is, to get where we're going, one of the three things, and I'll leave the link to that video for you to check out, but one of the three important things they said for us to realize right now is that we're moving in a place where the individual understands where they fit within the collective, and they feel comfortable, or they feel assured in understanding what their unique talent and gift is, and sharing that within a group. But also understanding that as you evolve and as you shift and as you change, guess what? You might not resonate as well with that group. There's nothing to say good or bad about that. It just means you're most likely being moved to a new place, a new energy, a new group, a new frequency. And then they will have something come in that is beneficial when your energy leaves. When one energy exits, often another energy comes in. And when we take out this perspective of greater or lesser or hierarchy, or, things like this, and we really start to understand ourselves as just being vessels here, experiencing this journey from a perspective of playing a role or playing with this, then we can release the attachments we have to saying, I need to do this, or I have to be this, or I am better there and they are lesser. All of these things need to go. And so this week, look at the areas of your life, look at your connections, look at where your energy is received, where you may, that's the other thing I'm hearing, you may want to give your energy and share, but you have to be mindful of that too, because yes, Pisces, that connection to the divine, as I said, is beautiful, but also in understanding that we are here for the human experience. And sometimes our energy is received and desired, and sometimes we can't go around feeling like we can save everybody. You can't save anybody. The only thing you can do is get to know yourself, be present, go through your journey, follow the things that light you up, where the things you feel you're drawn to, stretch yourself where you need to stretch yourself. Take a look at what the language is with this Mercury and Pisces energy being connected to this as well this week. And that is all you do. That is all you need to worry about. The rest will be up to the divine. The rest will be up to the energy unfolding. I also keep hearing patience. I feel like patience coming from, that one got my heart a little bit. Patience coming from, when we're uncomfortable, we want to fix it now. We look outside and we see some of the hate, we see some of the fear, we see the anger, we see the lack of love, and we just want it to go away. We want to quickly fix it. And I feel like what is coming through right now is that the Andromedans are saying that be patient. What is happening right now on your planet is no small task. It feels like you're in that mushy middle that is hard and uncomfortable, but you have to feel like you can hold yourself through the middle. You have to be flexible, adaptable, yes, but you have to be mindful. You have to be mindful of not being swallowed up with what is happening externally in this time of transformation, in this time of when so many I'm hearing so many on your planet are being activated right now. So many. The frequency of Gaia is changing, it's shifting, and it's uncomfortable and it's beautiful. All these things all wrapped up in one. And the key is to be mindful of where you feel supported, where you feel held, and trusting that while there's this raw energy right now on Gaia, that it is also ripe. That it is also ripe for possibility, ripe for transformation, ripe for magic. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the magic. So I'm just tuning in to see if there's anything else. No, I'm hearing that is all. Thank you so much to the Andromedans for offering this message of courage. Hang in there. All right. Yeah, that is all. So this week, I hope this is helpful. If I said anything that interested you in diving into your own galactic connections, they are just so incredible and so transformative and so relevant to not only the transition that we're going through on this planet and preparing ourselves for open contact. And because of this, I'm getting a lot of inquiries of people that just feel like they've never considered galactic connections, but they just feel like that it's necessary for them to understand their origins, because as we are dealing with these frequencies of different beings that hold different vibrations, we are being invited to activate our gifts, increase our own vibration in order to be able to engage with this new incredible time in which we're walking into. So if you are curious about this, I would love to talk more with you about galactic astrology and how understanding this information offers so much breakthrough in what you're experiencing right now in life. So check out the links in the description. And if this video spoke to you, maybe come back next week and leave me a comment even of how things unfolded. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful week, a magical week. Bye.